Hello, everyone, and welcome to Morgan's Moment. I just wanted to come on. This is an impromptu moment. I posted today that I went to a youth mental health first aid, is exactly the title. Certification today, and a lot of people, clicked the little heart and made comments. So I at least wanted to say what it was about. Later on, I will go into a little bit more in depth. I tried that a minute ago, and I was running a little long for what I wanted to do tonight. So I just wanted to say, first of all, that mental health is a serious thing. I think right now we are seeing that play out with the school shootings, but for veteran teachers like me, we see mental health issues on a daily basis. And it's sad, but this is what I think. When I saw the school shooting in Texas, the first thing I thought, or in Buffalo, or at the church, anytime it's a young kid, Nicholas Cruz, whoever you want to think about, I always say, I bet you there's a teacher sitting there thinking, I knew one day this might happen with that kid. There are probably teachers that are thinking, I told them to keep an eye on him. People don't necessarily listen to teachers, and it's getting worse for some reason. And we are the last line of defense. Parents are the first line. Hopefully they do what they're supposed to do at home. Hopefully the kids are receptive to that and they come to school and they are, in great mental health. But a lot of times it's not working at home, and it builds up, it builds up, it builds up, and when they come to school it's like all over the teacher, all over their schoolwork, all over their friends. It comes out in fights, it comes out in cussing the teacher, it comes out in school shootings. And so we really have got to get a handle on that. Today was more about just giving information, what things look like in students. The presenters were great. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't more training on what to do, especially for young teachers. Teachers like me, we're old. We've been through it. We know what we're doing. It's like clockwork. Where we struggle is that there's no help. We report, we're mandated reporters. Our counselors are great. They're just super spread thin. And so kids get lost in the shuffle. When kids transfer and they, got all these behavior problems, we don't keep up with them. We don't know what happens to them. And it's not like, oh my gosh, what are these teachers doing? We don't have the resources. Administrators don't have the resources. That's one reason I kind of stopped in administration. It's not their problem. It's higher up. So we've got to find a way to connect all of these levels, from the politicians up here to the superintendents to the principals to the teachers to the kids and even the parents. It's all got to be one thing. And right now we're just not seeing that in the schools. So really quick, the one thing I can say to parents who are listening right now, to teachers right now, it's about relationships. You've got to build relationships with your kids. And it cannot start, parents, at 12. It can't start, teachers, second semester. You've got to start from the beginning. If you don't start at the beginning, it is really, really hard to get kids back on track. So day one, teachers coming through the door, you've got to figure out how to develop those relationships. Same thing, parents. Kids have got to feel safe. Schools used to be a safe place. Y'all remember that little triangle safe place? I don't know if we are anymore, but we should be. When kids feel comfortable talking to their teachers, then amazing things happen, like they talk. So later on, I will get into mandating reporting and things like that. But I at least wanted to just say that it is a serious problem, and we do need to pay it more attention. And not only just recognizing that kids are having trouble, but how we deal with that trouble, especially with new laws that are coming July the 1st. And a lot of people aren't aware of those, but it's really going to put teachers in a gray area. What we can talk to about kids, what we have to tell their parents, things like that. And just a little tidbit. If you hear on the news and reporters talking and saying, oh, teachers, they just need to focus on academics, reading, writing, and arithmetic, and they don't need to be talking to our kids about this, I kind of laugh to myself and say, well, tell your kids to stop talking to us. Usually that's what happens. We will check on them, but kids these days, they just let it flow. So if we know stuff, it's because your kids are telling it, but you have to think about it like this. They feel comfortable telling us. Now we just have to figure out how we can all work together to make sure that the kids are being taken care of and not lost in the shuffle. We have a huge, huge mental health problem. We have a huge, huge protecting the schools problem. We have a huge, huge gun control problem. So, as these elections are revving up and as everybody's arguing back and forth, remember, we need all three. It's not an either or. It's not what we have money for. We need everything. We need gun laws, we need protection, and we need mental health, actual mental health, and not let's just sit here and talk about it and check it off the list. So I will be making more videos about that, but at least I wanted to give some feedback on today and some of the things that I just had on my heart to say. That's why it was a little impromptu. So I hope you guys have a good night. And as always, remember, always love and gratitude changes everything. Until next time.